Oh, it's not going to matter if I do this now. Sod it. So let's just do it. So yeah, there was a thing about you're better off doing this at another point, but it was only if you had access to playing online. Are you a hunter from the Hunters Guild? I'm Oswald, a blacksmith. Nice to meet you. I think it'll be an easy job for you too. It's simple. Go to Regal to collect some raw weapon material. The weapon made by the materials on Regal will be yours. Good deal? I'm just interested in the creating process using unknown materials. Now I want you to collect 3 different materials on Regal. Take this memo with you. That is a list of what I want. Oh, one more thing. About the 3rd one, I'm not sure that kind of material exists there. So it's up to you. Just bring back what you think is good. Find something good to make a strong weapon, okay? Here's the list. Read it carefully. Don't disappoint me, okay? Oh. We gotta go to... we gotta go to both. This is gonna be a long quest. I don't remember this quest. I don't know why I don't remember this quest, but I don't remember this quest. It's really weird being back in Forest at the moment. Everything's gonna die so easy now. In theory, anyway. Unless stuff scales with your level anyway. I don't remember anything ever scaling on this game. Oh, boomers, I've missed you. How the hell am I missing? Must be like invincible against these things. Wonder if this is the quest where we can see the Chow. Showing you how much you missed them. Yep. Showing them boomers how much I've missed them with the end of me pointy stick. Is it over here? No Chow over here. I noticed at one of these waterfalls. It might not be on this mission though. But this is the last possible mission I can think of they would be on. I noticed at one of the waterfalls in Forest 1. And I do kind of think it is that waterfall there, but... yeah, it's somewhere on this level. I'm pretty sure it is meant to be there, and it's just not on this mission that it appears. I just haven't found the mission that it appears on yet. Oh, actually, no, it might be here. Oh, it's a Rappy. I've missed you, Rappy. guessing that's one of the materials we needed there. It doesn't look like we can go to Forest 2 though, because the teleporter to Forest 2 is normally here. So it looks like we only go as far as Forest 1 is part of this mission. You can definitely tell that I'm a wee bit over leveled for this particular area by the fact that nothing can even hurt me so far here. It's so nice just to come back here and just massacre everything. I stopped swinging because I thought he was going to be dead. I kind of wish I had this sword earlier on in my playthrough though, because being able to hit more than one enemy at a time is so nice. Wait, what? I opened that already, didn't I? Is there another one on the after? Fair enough. I mean, we might still get to go to Forest 2, I guess. Maybe they've just not put the teleporter in the same place this time. Might be in another area of the zone. Oh yeah, there's the way to Forest 2. I was lying. Let's go have a look what's in the extra loot over here. These gold chests are meant to be better, but so far I haven't actually found that much better in them. Frickin' telepipe. This is what I'm saying. They're meant to be like better loot in those gold chests. So far, really hasn't been. Where does this go? Does this go somewhere we've already been, technically? Oh, just the other side of a door we've already been to the other side of, by the looks of it. It's just a shortcut back to pretty much the start. Yeah, this is where we first came in. Okay. Off to Forest 2. What I want to know is, what the difference is between Phantasy Star Online episodes 1 and 2 and Phantasy Star Online episodes 1 and 2 Plus, because I think the version I've got is the Plus version, because the picture of the album art on Twitch for the Plus version is what I've got. But I don't know what extra is actually in the Plus version, so to speak, like, as they call it. Oh, so I've got access to some of the quests which you'd only be able to do originally in online. Fair enough. I wonder if there's a separate leader. Maybe that's why I can't believe that someone could do it in the time they do. Maybe certain ones of the quests aren't necessary for the speedrun then. Oh, you're downloading this at the moment, are you? What's that, on PC or something? Fair enough. Ooh, die grinder. Nice. You have to let me know how it is on the PC. And ooh, a mono grinder. Alright. We're getting grinders right now. Okay, order grinders. Grinders for days. Ah, the Chow quest. That's probably, yeah. I remember the Chow quest being on here because I definitely bloody did it. This is why I'm sort of like really confused. Oh, actually, yeah, thinking about it, they have specific quests for the Chows, don't they? It isn't like it just appears on a random quest. It has its own quest. I wonder then, this must have its own category for the whole speedrun thing then. I have to speak to Shoutblast about that. Because he was saying about how the other one was like whatever amount long, but this is not. This is the ooh, the teleporter for the dragon's up at the moment. We might be able to do the dragon as part of this quest. We might be fighting the dragon boss. Because normally that thing isn't there if you can't actually fight it. Come on, bugs. I mean, oh, sorry, do you know what? I don't care enough about you. If you're not gonna come down and fight me, you can live. As long as the controller is gonna work, you'll be happy. Fair enough, we'll have to wait and see, I guess. That's the main thing which would be important to me to know, as well as whether its controller support works on it. I do want to... It probably won't change the fact that I probably will end up trying to play on a Gamecube private server as well at some point, as well as maybe playing it on PC if it comes to it. I'm not sure if there's going to be any real difference though, to be honest. The real question is... Wow. That is the question, whether you use your old original name for it, or whether you create a new one. Go with your more modern name. Damn. I don't know why I'm surprised I'm finding nothing but junk. But I thought that maybe the loot would scale to the level I am, rather than just being what it was when I was here last, still. Can fight the dragon while I'm here, I'm going to. I always enjoy fighting the dragon when possible. Especially as this is probably the only time I've actually played this game and not farmed the dragon for a bit before carrying on with the story. Depends what character creation is like. I can't really remember all the races. Well, there's 3 different overall classes as such, and then you have a male and female human variant and a android variant. I'm trying to think, there might be another one in there as well. Actually, there's probably 2 android variants, 2 humanoid variants. Yeah, I knew that she was a hume of some sort. I think a hume hunter. I mean, the female ones on here are technically like the thief stroke ninja type classes. Like they're less attack damage as such, lower HP, but like the higher evasion, higher accuracy and evasion. Yeah, humes can pretty much any class that's not a android can use magic, but the caster people specialise in pretty much only using magic. So you can use magic on any class, as long as you're not an android. But if you want to be specifically a mage, then there is a separate class for it as well. If I ever play proper multiplayer online with you guys, I might give caster a proper go. I just don't see the point in being a caster in single player offline. I just don't think being a caster offline by myself would work very well. It might, I could be wrong, but I just don't feel like it would, because it's got healing magics and stuff like that as well, which would be better suited for being a support rather than a main character, you know? Ooh, hello bear. How are you doing? I haven't seen... Oh, you're finally an enemy that can hit me. Oh, I'm so happy. You could hit me. I've been waiting for an enemy that could hit me. Oh, maybe not. You sort of hit me and then missed it again after. Oh my god, I am being locked at the moment though. I can't stop basically just blocking a moment. pretty much how they did, like, if you could hide the HUD, this is pretty much how they did the blinking capture for the frickin' cutscenes at the start, pretty much. Just stood here swinging like this. Oh, come on, bear. Always been a bit support thinking about it. Well, if you're a Hume, you probably would have been more of a sort of mix of attacking and casting. Whereas if I have my way, if we do multiplayer, I will probably just primarily be casting. Because I wouldn't mind, because you get access to higher tier magic than you do on any other class if you're a... Oh, don't tell me there's... Alright. The thing for the dragon might be up there, but I don't think there's actually any way of getting up there. I don't think the teleport is actually available to get up to the top level. It's normally there. Sorry, I don't care about graphies. They're not going to give me any loot worthwhile at the moment, so they can get away with running away, I'll let them. I've got my EXP off of them. I don't know actually, because I swear you could get a material off the dragon for this quest. Yeah, because look, you can only unlock the thing down here from up there, so you have to be able to get up there. Oh, hello doggo, you're awake, are you? Where haven't I been there? This is definitely where I came from, isn't it? Yeah. Been in there. Gone all the way around here. Where haven't I been? There's a door there, but that's only not open because there's a switch on the other side I didn't hit. I mean, I'll go around and hit it now. Oh, actually, I know where the teleporter thing might be. Or did I go round there? I might have been round there, actually, thinking about it, so... I don't think I do know where it's going to be. Oh, there is a door I haven't been through over there. Yeah, I've been over there. There is a door over here I haven't been through. See it on the map there. Aha! Okay, it's going to be over here then. Again though, I'm debating how much I care about, like, the only thing I'm going to find in the forest here that I actually have any interest in is going to be grinders, basically. So I'm not sure how much I care about going all the way back for those chests. Just to see if I potentially get a grinder out of them. Oh, come on, stop block-locking me. Every time I'm kind of moving away from it. There we go. Pesky mosquitoes. I'm just going to carry on round and fight the dragon, if I'm honest. I don't think I care too much about whatever's going to be in the chest back there. The chances of it being anything I actually want is incredibly low. And hell, if there was like a grinder or two in them, I can live without it. We already got like 2 die grinders and a mono grinder here so far, so... Part of the reason I think we're incredibly unlikely to actually see another one drop. To be fair, the forest is one of the better places for farming trimates, so... Because these bears drop loads of them. So I mean, like pretty much guaranteed drop from these bears. High-res HD mode. Don't mind if I do. Fair play. And once again, Twitch is having a fucking seizure again about chat, so I apologise. It looks like chat's dead again. Oh well, let's go fight a dragon. I am mildly annoyed by Twitch today. It's been playing up something rotten recently, but today has been probably the worst I've known it to be. I would go for the head, but stood where I am at the moment, I can hit more than one hit, like hit for more than one area of the body at once. Right, it's back to underground. Or is it? Are you going underground? Yes, you are. You know what, this has some very like Final Fantasy 14 feels to it as well in many ways. Like, oh shit, I got hit by that dive bomb. There we go, dragon down. Got a dragon fang, nice. Let's see if there's anything else worthwhile there. Ooh. Do you know what that means though? If that's how this quest is working, we might actually have to go fight the boss in the caves as part of this as well. We might actually, for the first time, be fighting the cave boss, even without me actually. So, like, this might be well worth doing. Like, we get an extra thing out of it, and do the cave boss all in one, and potentially go on to the mines. Equally, it might not, it might end partway through, because we've already got 2 out of 3 items. Often found in the river. Mineral, use your best. Oh, okay. So it's only whatever the third one is that we get a little bit of... Ooh, definitely. Oh, don't tell me I haven't got space to pick that up. I can't be asked to come all the way back here. Have that, just so that I can have space to... Nice, so we're going to get to increase our defense slightly. Alright, I think that's all the loot. I'll just quickly check over here. This is the only corner that might be somewhere that I haven't opened yet. That looks like we've got it all. I really don't understand why Twitch is having its issues today. Like, I say today, it has literally been the past month. It's been proper just shitting the bed. Watch them frickin' cut me off because I'm talking shit about them at the moment. Oh blimey, did I get... Oh yeah, I got 2 mono grinders and 2 die grinders during that. I got more than I thought I did. Ooh, and a tri grinder. I don't remember getting a tri grinder, but we did. That was a successful haul on that quest. That is pretty sweet. I'm happy with that. If we ever get a weapon that I actually want to use it on anyway. No, not try, mate. Mono grinder. Try grinder. Try grinder. Try grinder. Try grinder. I mean, it is tempting to just boost my current weapon up quite a bit and just have done with it and just stick with this weapon for ages. Because if I did boost it up, it'd probably rinse through stuff at the moment. But equally, I guarantee you, as soon as I do it, I'll get like one of those special weapon drops, like a photon weapon drop thing for a sword. I'm still treating this like I'm in the freaking forest still. I mean, these enemies are dropping like I'm still in the forest, to be honest. That level up from the dragon at the end there definitely seems to have pushed me over the edge on... Ah, I'm back in my chat. Yay, chat's finally let me back in. Hello, me. Talk to you. I think I know what I'm meant to be getting now. I think I know where I'm meant to be going. It isn't even that far into the cave. But then again, it says you've got a choice, so maybe the further I go into the cave, the better. I might see if we can go all the way up to the boss or not. Because if we can get something from the boss instead, I'll take that over anything else. A, we'll get a nice new cool weapon, and we'll get to continue on to the mines. I mean, I've been going for 7 hours on this to blitz through the whole of the mines. I'm not going the other way. The other way is probably what takes me. Oh, alright, it doesn't look like we've got a choice. This version of the cave seems to only allow us to go that way. So I might find that that is the only item we're allowed to get, and that's just a set thing for this quest. Which would be unfortunate, but I won't be totally surprised. Either way, we should be done with the... We will be done with this area before I call it quits tonight. And then next week will probably be the mines. Yeah, this is going to just take us over to here, isn't it? Yeah. Or unless... Can I just avoid you and carry on? Can, but how far can I get in without? Worst case, we got to come back here, and it's really not that far in to come grab it there. Part of me feels like we can get something better if we go a bit deeper. Going deep is always better. I'm quite happy tonight. I've had quite a successful little stream tonight, really, because we've had the PB on Metal Gear Solid, and we're going to complete the entirety of this area on here. I'll take it, because it's a higher tier weapon and sells okay. Come on, Nano Dragon. Won't lie, Nano Dragon sounds like a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Accuracy all of a sudden. I don't really miss these things. Just to do that from the start, but normally I get the power attacks off really easy on them. Could claim it cousin of the Cyber Dragon card. To be fair, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a card called like Nano something Dragon within the Cyber Dragon archetype now. I would not be surprised in the slightest. Wow, one hit to make you split up. Actually isn't. Fair enough. That does slightly surprise me. Oh, steamrolled. I've said this enough tonight. I'm really enjoying this game. I still, like, the more I play this, the more I can't believe how much PSO2 fucked it up. It is mad that I've gone from slightly struggling in the caves at the start of today's stream to we now just breeze through here. Got our only death in this entire playthrough of Phantasy Star Online. in these caves earlier. And now it would take something seriously mad to actually just kill him. I'll take the rod. They normally sell for a decent amount once you identify them. It's even given me enough confidence. I'm not too scared about the idea of the boss at the moment, whereas normally I'd be petrified of the boss of this. Picked up the fluid I didn't want. That just sounds nasty. Stuff now. There is a new type of summoning which is currently only in Japan, and it's ridiculous. Who would have thought? Something new in Yu-Gi-Oh that's ridiculous? Surely not. So what have they released now? It's called Maximum Summoning. I mean, I thought they'd started to take the piss at Pendulum Summon, but you know, this sounds like it's going Pendulum Summon on crack. You lost interest in Link. Yeah, I mean, luckily the deck I play is still competitive even with the new shit. With all the crap they're bringing out now, I kind of feel like they could probably get away with actually unbanning my most powerful card, but you know, even without said card, my deck still works quite well. I reckon it's only a matter of time before my Red Eyes Dark Dragoon gets unbanned again, but we shall see. I get the fact that its effect is a little bit broken in some ways, but there's so many other broken things, especially new stuff that's been released since it, that's just... I mean, there's ways to deal with it now, like the amount of shit which you can now get at the start of a duel, which you can play like, as a counter from your hand on the first fucking turn to anything is ridiculous now. Like, they have released some crazy shit since they banned that card, which counters it. So, hell, it pretty much counters anything you play on the first fucking turn or any other fucking turn straight from. It doesn't even have to be on the field. You just have to have it in your hand. Like, so it's not like it's not fair for it to be unbanned. Yeah, hand traps, hand fucking counters, hand frickin' everything. Well, this is what I mean, like, people are like, oh, that card's so freaking bad. Like, there's ways to counter it. There's easy ways to counter it. I could counter my Dark Dragoon. I mean, yeah, it's a fairly savage card. But I have to fusion summon it to begin with. Like, it's not like I can just pull it out my ass like a frickin' half the stuff you can just pull out your ass in this. And people are like, oh no, that card has to be banned. It's fucking broken. There's plenty of cards out there which you pretty much have to run a certain item in your deck just to counter if someone has it. Like even like that dinosaur deck you were running. Like, you have to have specific cards in your deck to counter that card if someone pulls it out. Like, even my Dark Dragoon, yeah, it can blow it up, but it still wouldn't get the same effect on your life points as it does any other card, because its original attack is 0. So it'd blow it up, but you wouldn't take stupid life point damage from it like you would any other card would do. So it, like, that freaking dinosaur you had was crazy. It is banned. Red Eye's Dark Dragoon is banned, or it was last I checked. It wasn't banned in one of them, but was banned in the other originally, and now it's banned in both. Or it was until, if it's been unbanned, it must have been quite recent, because I checked a couple of months ago. So they might have unbanned it since, but when I last checked a couple of months ago, it was banned in both the trading card game and what's the other version? This one's basically Japanese rules, one's Western rules, but it's the same shit. But yeah, they've got a slightly different rule set. Banned in your house. I mean, I never got round to it. Like, I haven't played a duel with it since in that long that it's still in my deck at the moment because I haven't had to take it out yet. Oh, that Red Eye's Dark Dragoon I had, the fusion of Red Eyes and Dark Magician. It had like 2 effects on it, and you could use its effect as up to a number of times of how many normal monsters you use to fusion summon it. Because you could use pretty much any Red Eyes and a Dark Magician to fusion summon it. And one of its effects, well, pretty much both of the effects involved blowing up your opponent's monster and inflicting life points to their life point damage equivalent to its original attack points. Okay, what's with this? Oh, there's a button there. Okay. I didn't see the button. I can't remember where I saw it. It was on the list of... I mean, I can double check the list again, but last I checked, it was banned on both. Yo. Volsky Spade, thank you for the follow. Sorry, I'm trying to read it, but my OBS on this monitor, the writing's so small. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. I better heal. That might be a good idea. If I waste another freaking escape doll on random crap I shouldn't. Sad. I haven't played Triple Triad in years. Other than, of course, in the actual game. Oh, I remember the days. Like, can you still get Triple Triad through Final Fantasy 11? You know, they had the separate Triple Triad game on 11 that you could get. Is that still a thing? When it comes to TGC, I only really play Digimon these days. I want to learn the Final Fantasy one, as I got a box full of P-packs from cards. No, 11 had the oh, was it Tetramaster? Oh, okay. So Final Fantasy 11's one was actually the Final Fantasy 9 card game then, rather than... That's brutal. Fair enough. I thought you could... well, it wasn't in the game itself. It was like a... yeah. It was a separate game within it on 11. But yeah. Yeah, it had to pay a separate subscription to it, which was a piss take. That's the only reason I never did it. Because otherwise I would have played it. They had one of the one of the Final Fantasy card games as a separate thing as well. You could do through 11. It was either Tetramaster or Triple Triad. I can't. Yeah, I think it must have been Tetramaster. Yeah, the game from 9. I apologise, there's an ad breaking coming in a couple of seconds. I say a couple of seconds. Am I running out of places to go here? Am I genuinely going to have to go back for that material right at the start? Oh no, we've just opened another door, okay. If we do get to the boss while the advert's up, I will wait, but we've got a whole area to go through yet. Oh no, I don't want these, don't want you, go away. Try not to touch it. I want to go all the way up to the boss. So if I pick up any item here, it's going to end the quest. And I don't want that. I want to carry on through to wherever the boss is. And if it doesn't let me go all the way to the boss, I want to at least go up to whatever the last material was going to be in Caves 3. Because I can guarantee you there's going to be something in Cave 3. Alright, should have started already, but apparently the ad break decided it was going to say it's going to start, but it hasn't. So I apologise. Any moment now, out of nowhere, it's going to make its presence known without warning. Oh, there she be. Doing well in 14, new cards every update, currently at 402 cards, blimey. I did enjoy the Triple Triad on that. 14's Triple Triad was enjoyable. I remember spending far too much of my time trying to farm certain cards. I still haven't got a Thancred card. I sat there in Western Phantasy for fucking hours playing Triple Triad and got fuck all. I know there is another one in South Phantasy I can farm him off of as well, but my goodness, I spent so much time trying to farm that card. Purely because I like Thancred. I wanted his card. Thancred is probably one of my favourite characters in 14. If not my favourite character out of all the Scions and everything. Easily my favourite Scion, really. Oh, steamrolled. I really enjoy the story they did with him as well. I mean, literally the only, the characters with the most epic story out of the Scions, Thancred and Ishtola. I'm not a big fan of the whole bit with Stormblood with... what's her name? She ends up being like a monk dancer thing. She was in the cutscene for frickin' Stormblood. Lice, I want to say her name is. Lice isn't in the side. Well, yeah, because she ends up becoming the leader for the frickin' Stormblood people. left them very quickly. It's a Stormblood story. Well, I thought it was at the end of the Stormblood story, technically, but she didn't become the leader of the people in... what's it called? Oh, why can't I think of the name? What's the name of the stupid town which got destroyed? But they remade it like as a new thing. Alamigo, that's the one. I was like, why can't I fucking think of the name? Because there's little Alamigo in frickin' to begin with, and then they basically rebuild Alamigo, and then, well, not so much rebuild, it's like a new Alamigo. Yeah, a lot of them have lacked really good story. So far, I would literally say the only good ones out of them is, yeah, Ishtola, Thancred. And I guess, like, you could say the twins as well on there. I do like Alpha Nauts. I can't think of his sister's name at the moment. That's bad. Must admit, it made me feel a little bit uneasy at times, the fact that it feels like Alphanul's freaking sister is flirting with you constantly during Shadowbringers, though. Yeah, Gratia does as well. I do like Gratia. I am so glad they returned. Like, I had been sat there for so long saying, like, have they forgotten about him? Like, we've just ditched him in the freaking Crystal Tower and never fucking gone back. So I'm so glad that they brought him back. Because I really did feel like they'd just forgotten about him for so long. I helped bring Estinian into the fold. Yeah. Oh, Estinian has been a really good character as well. I'm glad that Estinian didn't technically frickin'... Oh no, I'm thinking of Estinian is oh no, yeah, I am thinking of the correct person. Dragoon dude. It's kind of weird seeing him work with Nero and stuff so much and everything though, but it's like I get the feeling we're gonna see, well, I might already be missing it with Endwalker, but I can see Oriange having a massive story arc at some point. But I might have already missed that one somewhere in Endwalker at the moment. But is it Gaius? Oh right, I thought it was Nero that he'd been. Yeah, it is Gaius he's been doing stuff with, isn't it? Freaking originally. Nero's been doing stuff with fucking Sid. Endwalker involves all of them as it's the end. Well, it's the end of the current story arc, isn't it? It's not the end, it's just the end of the current full story arc, and now it's going to end up going into another story arc. Wow, really? 2 of those in one place? Have a soul atomizer. Oops, didn't mean to pick that one up. Do you know what? If I'm going all the way to the boss, there's no cheating out of it. I'm going to have to go back to town and sell some stuff. Actually, give me a moment. I want to use this damn photon blast before I do. Come on, enemies, where are you? Because otherwise I'm going to lose this photon blast, and I'd rather use it on something. It's the end of the story they've been telling from 1.0. Now it's the end of 10+ year story arc, and without spoilers, it's the end. Alright. Which is hence why they're going to this new frontier in Dawn Trail. I am excited to see how they do the new Alliance raid they're planning for Dawn Trail. That actually has me pretty excited. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing that. That one with me. I mean, I'm going back to town now anyway, so I'm going to pick it all back up. I want to see what this sword is before. Well, have you not seen what the first Alliance raid is supposedly going to be? There's been like loads of shit going around about it. I mean, if anything, if it's true anyway. I've already seen that there's been loads of bits going around about it online at the moment. I mean, I don't know if you care about being told. Or at least it might not even be true. It might end up being a big lie. Yeah. That's what I meant. That's all I know as well. So you do know what I know. You do know as much as I know. It's going to be a Final Fantasy 11 themed Alliance raid. Well, this is why I was surprised when it sounded like you were saying you didn't know. This is why I was a bit confused for a moment. So I was like, how do you not know? There's no way you've not seen this, and I have. Oh, that's tempting to grab for the boss. Do you know what? I might even... I'm grabbing that for... No, I don't want to equip it right now. 260. Is that more than 25% more? I don't think so. Because 20%. 20% would be 2,500. Half is that is about 125. Half of that's. So yeah, no, that does not go up by anywhere close to 25% damage. So that's still not better than what I'm using for the area I'm in at the moment. So I'll store this new sword I've just picked up for when we get to the next area, because it will be better for when we go to the mines. This will actually... Do you know what? This might not actually be better for the boss either. I might have wasted my time buying this. I might do more damage with the weapon I'm using. Just because of the 25% bonus to ancient whatever. Ancient beast things. Ah, you know what bosses you want in each alliance, right? I see what you mean now. I mean... if it's gonna be Final Fantasy 11 themed, part of me feels like they will go with like sea, sky. So we'll get like running through all the sky gods and Kieran being the final boss, and then running through like all the absolute virtue, absolute blooming whatever. Sky not possible? What, have they already had Siryu and... Have we already had the sky gods in the game? When did we fight the sky gods? Maybe he's already in the game soon. It's not going to be them. I guess then it could be Promethea and do the rise of yeah, the Chains of Promethea and Rise of Zealot and fight what's his name from the dude who's the head of Juno and stuff, but secretly a badass fucking evil dude with his brother. Oh yeah, we already had yeah, you're right. We did. Of course we did. I've done the extreme modes for that. I fucking used to glamour the fucking is it Suzaku, the fucking Flame Bird's fucking GK? I loved that GK. Yeah. They might be. I mean, it could end up being Shantoto for part of it, but I'd rather not. I really don't want to see Shantoto being a major boss in the Alliance raid. Alright, yeah. Do you know what? I can see Shadow Lord ending up being one of them. I can genuinely see them making Shadow Lord one of the bosses for it. The Archangels was another thing which I was thinking as well, to be fair. The Archangels would be a cool thing for them to put in. But I was thinking that would be part of like if they've done Sky with it, so... Because in some ways having the Archangels fights but nothing else to do with Sky in it would be a bit weird. Lady Lilith. Oh, blimey, yeah. That could be a brutal. I do need to play Endwalker. I'm just probably going to end up waiting until the next expansion's released, though, and buy it as a whole all-in-one thing with the new expansion when it comes to it. I mean, we're only what? Well, actually, to be fair, there's quite a long wait still, isn't there, until the new expansion? It's not out until the summer. But I've got plenty of things coming out between now and the summer that's... Yeah, Red Ring Eco is the president, the dude's daughter, the dude, like, principal's daughter. She's been leaving notes around the places we're going through, but I'm not going to give any spoilers as to the story, but I already know roughly what the story is. Because I know there's people which are probably going to come in to watch this who haven't ever played this before. I don't want to give away the story because I'm sort of reading it out and stuff as I go along. The story of this was pretty savage. The right mix of just brutal and sad. Just a very emotional story, really. The story's just fucking mad in this game. Fair enough. Well, to be fair, this is technically HD. I'm playing it in at the moment. It's just only, what, 576p or something. Whereas you're probably currently playing it in 1080. Yeah, maybe so, but for an Alliance raid based on 11, you'd hope it at least sticks to the lore of 11. Like, I accept that the game itself is a different game to 11. If they're doing some story based on 11, I'd like the lore to... Like, all other stuff they've done is crossovers from other stuff. They have followed the lore. Like... Crystal Tower, World of Darkness, all of that still followed the exact lore of the frickin' thing it was based on. Frickin'... Well, I feel like most of it they stuck to pretty much bang on. Fairly faithful to the lore of the games. Like, even the stuff for Evelise from 12 and all of that was very somewhat faithful to the actual lore of the game. So I would sort of hope that they managed to keep it fairly well faithful to the lore of the game when they do it. Warrior body, actually. If I hadn't bought one, we'd have now had one anyway. You can see that Vanadil is already an established entity in 14 lore due to the crossover with... Yeah, crossovers with Aroha, crossovers with Shantoto. They've had quite a lot of crossovers in between... Well, I said they've had 2 or 3 crossovers between 11 and 14 so far. Because they had the special of Fate thing. Is it just those 2? I thought there was another one as well. I might be thinking of something else. What was the crossover one that used to be in Mordona? It used to be just outside Mordona on the lake side. Was that the lightning one? Oh, fair enough, my bad. Oh yeah, because it was fighting her version of Bahamut, wasn't like, what was it? I'm trying to think what it was. You're fighting something like that. So it was a different... I swear there was a different crossover thing where you fought a version of Bahamut or something. Characters from the game and rework them to fit 14 with 11. As we've had Shantoto and Aroha involved, we could potentially see more characters directly cross over. Well, yeah, I guess it'd be... Oh no, because we've already got Tenzan. Do you know what, actually? They could bring over other stuff from, like, 11's like versions of things and just have it as a like it isn't like we could totally not see alternate reality versions of certain people like Tenzan and well, yeah, this is what I mean. We could see 11's version of Tenzan. Because, I mean, if Aroha's in it, Tenzan exists still, because Tenzan is Aroha's father. You can't have Aroha without Tenzan from 11 still existing in it. It's like, he is her father. Multiverse is still probably very much a thing as such. we've seen Aroha and it's already established he's dead when Aroha's around, so probably not. See, I don't totally remember. I'm going to have to play through Rhapsodies of Vana'diel again at some point, because I don't remember. I know that... I can't remember how he died and stuff, like... Because she knew her dad, so... I just don't... I don't remember it entirely from the Rhapsodies of Vana'diel bit. Anyway, technically, the whole point of the whole Rhapsodies of Vana'diel story was that Aroha was coming back to change the future in many ways. So, after the events of Rhapsodies of Vana'diel, Aroha's life might have been slightly different to how it was originally when we were her master in the future and she had to come back in time. But it depends whether it's you know, Dragon Ball Z Trunks type thing where changing the future only changes our future and doesn't change the future of her world sort of thing, or whether it's... directly tied into Rhapsodies of Vana'diel. Whereas didn't her crossover event happen as a result of the beginning of... Because she ends up coming to Vana'diel at first by accident instead of... she comes to Eorzea by accident or something instead of Thingy while on the way to try and 11 or something. So it's like right just before the start of right before the start of Rhapsodies of Vana'diel or something, we've actually encountered her in 11. In 14. Oh, I'm getting myself fucking... Oh yeah, more minerals there we could choose to take. I'm not. Oh, wrong way. Or is it the wrong way? No, that would have been the correct way because there's enemies there now. I'm not gonna lie, if we can fight the boss for the last mineral for this weapon, I'm doing it. Like, there's been so many minerals I could have chosen to take already, but sod that. Half of most resistance, not that, you know. I've almost got 10 levels today. Character has seriously seen some growth today. I do love it when you see like a big old combo and just like enemies dropping on here. Oh, I missed something there. Is it one of those bots which I'd said that I haven't seen any of today since getting rid of my follower only thing being turned on? I mean, Sushi says that it's a mistake to have follower only chat on because some people like to talk about being a follower, but every person I've ever had in my chat who's spoken to has always followed me, even before. And the only people which have spoken in my chat without following have normally been freaking bots. Like, I don't know. It's one of those sort of, I'm not sure whether I really want to leave this not having it, because yeah, we see a lot more bots. So normally I've got it set up that they've got to follow and then they've got to wait a good sort of 10 minutes before they're allowed to talk. So you don't tend to see them as much. I'll take the gigaframe. I'll take that for now unless I need space later on. Yeah, I'll see. I mean, as I say, when I'm doing stuff like this, I don't mind. And I've got you around and stuff at the moment to ban them if they come in. Like, you got that so quick that I didn't even look over at my chat to see it. I just looked over and saw that he'd been banned by you. It's like, oh, yeah. The only times I care is when I'm doing speed runs and stuff and I can't actually actively do anything about it. I don't have people in the chat to do anything. I mean, I quite often do have a couple of people who do appear, but I can't guarantee they're going to. Like, there's a dude in our who's literally like the leader as such of Chocobo Knights Twitch team. Nostro, whatever. He's pretty much in every one of our speedrun streams at times, so, or as long as he can be, he is. So it's not so bad, but I just fucking hate it when I'm in the middle of like an important part of a speedrun and I'm more worried about the fact that there's been a bot chat that I want to fucking ban than doing what I'm meant to be doing to do my run properly. Nothing worse than messing up your speed run because of a fucking bot. Yeah, that's probably what that is originally what I had it set to it for in the first place, and I forgot about it, to be honest. That goes backwards. I feel like we must be getting close to the boss. Wait, what? Are you telling me that it's not possible to go to the boss room on this version? Is that what you're telling me, game? If so, I'm genuinely going to have to go pick up one of the random mineral items around here. slightly sad, but we'll just have to run through and do the boss separately afterwards. It's fine. I really thought it was going to let me do it as part of this quest. Does it let me do the dragon as part of this quest? Well, you have to do the dragon as part of this quest. Back to Pioneer 2. Sod it, let's go have a look for one of the other minerals that's here then. Or see if we come across a pathway I haven't been down already. Just grab any old thing now. Everywhere here, it looks like it. I did come across some minerals here somewhere in this level, so I'll find one of them and just take it. I think I've just gone in a massive circle. I think I've just gone in a fat circle a moment. Okay. Never mind. Oh, here we go. Oh. Did I need to get all of them? I thought I only had to get... Oops. I might have screwed up here. I might have had to get every single one of them anyway. We'll find out in a minute. I might have to run through this entire place again anyway. Mistakes might have been made. I thought I just needed 3 materials. Let's find out. Because he said he wanted the 2, and then it was my choice what I wanted for the last one. Let's see. Have I screwed up? Yes, yes, you're finally back. I think you found a very special material. I want a blade. Cool, I did find enough. Hey, I'm back. Look, this was made with the materials that you found in Regal. This is yours. I hope it helps. Havoc Partisan. Nice. I'm not sure how much. I don't really want a partisan, but you know. I guess it does have a blade on it, but it wasn't quite what I had in mind. A long sword or a photon blade, it's multiple enemies, high chance of confusing enemies. Okay then, is that all the quests now? Yes it is. All that's left now is to run through the caves one last time and actually defeat the boss. Go sell some stuff. I am tempted just to use the mono grinders on this, but at the same time it's a waste, considering as soon as we leave this area, I'm going to need the next type of weapon anyway, so... I've got enough of those. So I didn't sell that. Only 5%. Yeah, not enough of an increase to be worth it. I've already got one from machines. It's better than that. Well, yeah, it is basically a spear with a blade on it. So it does sort of fit the description, because it does have a blade on it, but... equally, it's not quite what I had in mind. Solid, I'll buy that. It's only mildly better than what I have on, but you know, I'll take it. Alrighty, it's that time, last, where we finally go through and get up to the boss in the caves. While reading all the messages from Red Ring Rico on the way. It's only taken 8 hours to do every quest from the caves. It's been quite a long night for this. Like, I mean, it was only a couple of hours of Metal Gear Solid before it, to be honest. But it was a fairly successful run of 11 Metal Gear Solid today. Wow, this cave is a treasure trove of discoveries, creatures that have never been seen by people, completely unknown animals. They look like mutant forms of the native animals. Perhaps the government has kept this a secret. It's possible, but for what purpose? What was I saying? I was saying something. Oh yes. Technically, my run for the Master Collection, I'd say, was a successful run. Because unfortunately, I need to find out from someone how much slower the Master Collection is technically than other versions to know like how close to competitive my times would be if I was running it on a different platform. Be careful of the poison lily's toxic spit. I'm alright, love. I'm an android. I don't have to worry about that shit. I definitely feel like I'm ready for the race with Solid Snake on Sunday now. I finally got that sweet PB in I wanted, and now Sunday I am feeling ready to race. As ready as I can ever be. I still need to check Discord to see if there's see any posts that need me in there. So it's probably enough to worry about. It's probably partly going to be sat there like, that was with the Onicon ending, right? Right? Sorry, dude. No, that was the canon ending with saving Meryl. Wait, a dead end? Oh, okay. There's a way forwards over there that I haven't seen. I'm blind. It's okay. I thought I'd run out. I thought it'd broken and given me a dodgy version of. The Nano Dragon is a fierce monster. It becomes stronger as it kills others. I was right. It does get stronger if it kills others. I suggest you defeat it as quickly as possible. I wasn't losing it. That genuinely is a mechanic in this game, that if it kills something, it gets stronger. If you hear an alert, be careful. There must be landmines around you. You can detect them if you can use trap vision. Well, I'm sorry, androids don't get to use that. But then again, I think as an android I can always see mines, so I don't need it. I don't get access to magic, but I can pretty much see traps all the time, and I can't be affected by status ailments at all. So it's sort of a good trade-off in my opinion. I've completed chapter 1 before. I don't totally remember everything to do with chapter 1. I remember a lot of it. But I don't think I ever completed chapter 2 of this game. I don't remember any of chapter 2. Well, I started chapter 2, I just don't remember any of it, really. I always used to spend my entire time grinding chapter 1. Like, I seriously used to think you needed to grind so much more to get through this game than you really do. think the ruins was as far as you got. Fair enough. Yeah, the ruins is the last area of chapter 1. The ruins were a mean area. Like, it's quite a big jump going from the mines to the ruins from memory. But again, this is also based on my memory as a kid of this. Like, don't get me wrong, the jump from the caves to here was quite brutal, but nowhere near as bad as I remembered it being. Says me, the only death I've had in my entire play of this so far has come. I mean, luckily it wasn't really a death either, because of course we had the scapegoat all the time, so I still technically haven't died yet. We have had 0 actual, like, I have died. Like, I don't even remember what happens when you properly die on here. And luckily, if I get had by this next boss at all, we have got a scapegoat again, so at the moment, we don't have to totally worry about dying at the moment anyway. The attack range of the grass assassin is wide. Move quickly to enter its blind spot. Half tempted to switch over to the accuracy boost over getting the damage boost, because I think hitting things more often is probably more important at the moment than doing the extra tiny bit of damage in some ways. You know, concepts which, again, as a kid, would have gone straight over my head. It'd be like, no, it's all about the damage. Like, even 11 early on, I was a bit like that. It's like, fuck accuracy. I want damage. What good is damage if you can't fucking hit? I mean, my accuracy isn't terrible at this point. We are We are largely hitting at this point. Another item I didn't really want to. So, you're admitting your I still think, in some ways, I might have gone slightly over on the balance. It still worked fairly well. It wasn't perfect, and I did need a little bit more crit hit in there, really. I mean, I did the way I had it. I was doing more consistent damage, but my spike damage was nowhere near as high as it should have been. I mean, they ran the passer on me, and I was freaking out damaging freaking Thingy's punk still with it, so you know. It was at the time, having had it in stack almost. Is that light switch? I saw it a minute ago. It's always a bit of a... like, admittedly, I was passing very slightly higher occasionally when I put some more crit hit in. But it literally was a case of spike damage. And it didn't consistently out damage it, it just at times out damaged it. So it's not like I was totally wrong, it's just I needed to change a tiny bit of the skill speed for a bit more crit. Yeah, fair enough. I technically the build was viable when I was running it. It's just I basically needed to shave a tiny bit, and I did in the end. I shaved a tiny bit, but the problem with crit is it's not a consistent way of doing damage. Like, it's not a consistent way of... You're reliant on luck to a degree with crit hit. Where am I going? Is this backwards or is this forwards? That's backwards, I've definitely been that way. And I'm not gonna lie, if it weren't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all, so, oh, I know where I'm meant to be going. Lots of items I don't need in this bit. Can't believe we're actually almost seeing the end of this tonight. There's no way I wasn't like, this is the whole point of like, I'm probably each time I do this going to do like one full region of this game and all of its quests basically. I don't want to just do like half of like, because if I carried on after this I'd only manage to do like half at most of the mines. And I'd rather do it all in one it's like, what, 4 in the morning for me now. Ooh, more law. What's this law? Evil sharks attack in obvious straight movement patterns. Don't get surrounded. Thank you, Red Ring Rico. Fair enough, dude. Well, I'll be going until I finish. Like, literally, it's just finishing this and going to bed. Like, I'm just going to be doing the boss for this area, which should only take... It shouldn't take much longer to get up to now. We're like... And then I'll be probably heading out myself. We are almost there. Fair enough. This next boss is, yeah, the one which most reminds me of, like, yeah, like he's saying, like, isn't it? Every time we do Leviathan on 14, I just get flashbacks of this game. This boss was well ahead of its time, anyways, in terms of how it felt. I was about to waste a healing item. Typically, I had a 50-50 decision on which way to go, and I went the wrong way. I'll take all the EXP I can get on the way. Must almost be a caves too now. I realised it wasn't going to let us do the boss for that last quest. I'd have probably just taken the first mineral we came across and then just blitzed through this, and we'd probably almost be about halfway, if not more, towards the boss already at this point. Hell, we might even be at the boss already at this point with how much I explored through that one last time. Here we go, Caves 2. We are getting closer. I'm starting to get a little bit nervous the further we get in about how this boss is going to go. Part of me was tempted to just use the mono rifles on my weapon for this. Save all the dying tri-grinders I've got, but use the mono ones. I don't think this boss is going to be too worrying. Yeah, I'll probably be fine without it. And then I can just save, hopefully we see the special, like, the special weapon for a sword at some point. I can't remember whether there's like an item, a level point where you start seeing them, or whether it's just pure luck. Whether you get like the red weapon drops, the red unknown weapon drops. So you get like the cowl bowl and stuff, don't you, or something? I can't remember what that is. Strongest form of weapon, unknown weapon you can get. I know I've got some on one of my other characters, but without online being a thing, it's not like it can be like, hey, well, I guess if I had a second controller I could trade between my main character and this one, but I kind of feel like that'd be cheating anyway. So I have got weapons which technically, because my other one's a ranger, can't use, but this character wouldn't be able to use. I don't really want to feel like I've cheated at all. Ooh, we have more lore. More lore. Hoffuely slime tends to attack at close range. That's not good for rangers and forces. Be careful. Well, luckily I am a hunter, and it shall become the hunted. Ah, this is the room with the button in the middle of the room. Close to another level like that. We have had quite a lot already, and I'd imagine we're starting to get to the point where levels take a while. I honestly don't remember the point in this game where levels start to become a bit of a grind. You may find yourself trapped by a parasite mine in the ground. To free yourself, ask someone to hit you with a technique or gun. Blimey, well, if I get hit by one of those, I'm just fucked. I ain't got no friends. I'm all alone. Don't check the crates I broke in the last room. How much do I care? Crates I broke in the last room. Shield, bit of money. Nothing too special. It was always worth checking. No, if I didn't check it, there would have been something sweet in there. You're quite right that Sod's Law says if you don't check, it'll end up being something good. We all know how life works. Oh wow! I've not been frozen yet. Alright, there is a status effect that can still affect an android. I was wrong. I genuinely thought as an android I was safe from just about everything. Yeah, those blue things keep popping up. Everything keeps popping up at the moment. They're the slowest enemy to deal with in this game. Well, in this area. There's much worse enemies later on, but... Ooh, I'll take the money. Never pass up money. Finding not worth picking up at the moment, though. Right, I think this must be the way forwards because it's the one that was locked. I mean, I'm more interested in pushing forwards than I am looting at the moment. I want to get onto the mines because the more we progress, the better loot we can find, and the better stuff's going to start appearing in the shops and stuff. So I think we're almost already at the point where we've got the best we're going to get from this zone. Ooh, die grind. Don't mind if I do. It's one of the only items I could do with lots of. Die grinders and try grinders are brilliant. Although from memory there's a limit to each type, like how many grinders you can use on an item. So if you use die grinders or mono grinders, a weapon will never get as high as if you just try grinders on it or something. Why do I get the feeling that I don't want to go here yet? I need to go clear out another area and come back here. I might not bother with the extra loot rooms this time. I've been through them so many times with the quests today. Pioneer 1 had some strange aspect to it. In the data that I procured, the consumption rate was much higher than the population. Perhaps there were a lot of non-registered citizens aboard. Why? What was their purpose? Yeah, it's loot. And that I could see the tower for the thing I've already activated over there as well. So yeah, at least we don't have to worry about activating the thing towards opening up the ruins. Technically, I think that means we can actually unlock the ruins before we even finish the mines. Unless, that said, thinking about it, I think you activate the last tower in the mines boss room, so I might be wrong. You might have to do it. Yeah, that's a loot room that way. It's kind of funny because this door which I have to open with the button here, I'm pretty sure it's one that during quests you can just walk through. And another die grinder, nice. Right, there's only loot that way. I'm not totally worried about loot, I want to just get to the boss. I want to get to the boss fight. To annihilate an evil giant thing. I never imagined that a trap would look like a switch. How devious. Wait, there's traps that look like switches? Oh no. I don't like this. So which ones are real and which ones are fake? Right, that was a real one. Let's see if there's a pattern to this. You're a real one. Is there a pattern to this? Cool. It looks like... Wait. Is it just the one that doesn't have the explosion? Yeah, cool. It's just the one which doesn't have the trap, the mine above it. Okay. That makes sense. So that last one would have been, like, without trap vision or something, would have been evaded me good, because I'd have thought that it was always the one on the right hand side otherwise. Keeps popping. Oh yeah. Oh blimey! I didn't realise that's what your message said. Yeah, freaking chaos from Sonic. Blimey, we're already out of inventory space. Let's head back and set up some stuff. Chaos was actually a decent character in Sonic Heroes. That is a game I'm going to have to play again at some point. I'll probably play through Sonic Adventure 2 and then play Sonic Heroes at some point. Fair enough, I'll have a look in a minute. It'll probably be after I finish doing this, I'll take a look. I'm almost done for the night now. Oh, Sonic DX, was he not in Sonic Heroes? I might be wrong. I might be wrong about him being in Sonic Heroes for all I know. I just vaguely remember him being in Sonic Heroes, but it's been a very long time since I played Sonic Heroes. Sonic Heroes was a really good game. probably one of the last really good Sonic games. Yeah, that's cool. I want to get Sonic DX at some point. It's on my list of ones I want to get. Sonic DX was such a good game. A lot of like that era of Sonic games were good. Sonic didn't turn bad until Sonic 06. That game was an absolute fucking disaster. So apparently we didn't want to go this way. This way was just loop. I didn't think this way was going to be just loop, but apparently it was. Oh yeah, there's that thing which I had to activate for. Do you know what? I'm going to press it, but I'm not going back for it. I can't be asked to go over there all the way back that far for loop. The first question about Regal was, why didn't any sentient life exist here? But look at this monument. This is identical to the one I found and saw in the forest. It's not ours though. Was there an ancient civilization on Regal? These monuments are the only evidence I see. It'd be strange if there was a civilization indeed. Can I decipher the characters with my simple tools? I don't think I ever played Sonic Forces. What was that actually on then? I don't remember that one. You're off, are you? Fair enough. Well, we're almost at the end for the night myself. We're almost at the final boss that we're doing for tonight. It's just... we're almost up to the Caves 3 and then it's just that to get to the boss. So, it won't be long now until I'm done for the night too. It's PS4, is it? Fair enough. I know there's that new one they have, that Sonic Frontiers or whatever it is. That one's really good. That's more like an open world Sonic game. The characters on the monument. I don't have any idea how to proceed. I need more samples. My only issue with Ark at the moment is it feels a bit dodgy to just pretty much be given stuff and not sort of get it myself. Mintold Frontiers is very good. Well, a lot with Ark at the moment, it's going to be a case of all I do is have an egg pop out, and I just claim the egg. Don't really tame very much myself. It just doesn't feel like I'm doing a lot. Waves 3. This is the last one until we get to the boss. Yeah. It's just... This is part of the reason why I was originally debating just alliancing with you instead of... Because at least then I'd have tamed stuff myself and then bred it myself, and then I'd actually feel like I'd actually done the work to get it. Pan arms are a little tricky. They get stronger when they are combined, but they're really quick when separated. Don't panic. Well, yeah. There's certain things which if I just go and tame now, it's like, we've already got plenty of that, or... Well, yeah. I'd probably have to go off and build a base somewhere. It's probably not that bad. I could probably run off, find a spot to build a base in a different area to where we are already. I am planning on getting, like, it'll probably be Thursday, Friday onwards I'll be on Ark. It is, like, Thursdays is the day where I've got Ark as a full-day stream type thing, so I'll be on there on Thursday one way or another. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, well, Friday and Saturday, and then I've got the race for Metal Gear Solid on Sunday before I can do anything else. But I can probably get on after. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing another practice for Metal. Well, I might just do Final Fantasy 7 tomorrow. I've probably done enough Metal Gear Solid practice now, but I've got a Final Fantasy 7 race next Sunday, so I need to do some practice for that. Try and actually finish a run. So I'm racing Loopy next Sunday for that. He's got the world record. I'd like to at least be able to put on a good race with him, you know. Even though it is just a bit of fun for charity, I would like to at least feel like I'm going to stand a chance. World record, and I've got second place, but there's like what, about 3 minutes between his PB and mine. I mean, 3 minutes between PB at a lower level is nothing. 3 minutes between PB at the point which is like world record grind is an eternity. Well, it's not really. To be fair, if I could get back into practice and proper go for it, I could beat him at the moment. I could. But I need Nameskip to stop fucking trolling me. Nameskip has trolled me hard for hours at a time lately. But to be fair, I reckon I could actually world record without Nameskip. In all honesty, I could probably do it without it. It's been tested now, and we can get the number of bravers we need still without seeing the second search scope. So, in theory, I could do it. tomorrow I'll probably be doing the boosted 7 speed run for most of the day. I mean, I might get on afterwards. I have said on my schedule that I'll probably end up doing other things as well as speed runs on that day, so we probably will do other stuff as well. This is primarily going to be practice for 7 to begin with. Oh crap, I haven't checked on Miotta today. I know he had plenty of fish when I last looked, but that was yesterday, last night. He should be alright. He isn't eating through the fish that quickly, so he should be alright. I might have to get on there quickly after I finish tonight and just double check that he's got enough fish on him. Or in the trough by him. I didn't realise that if you actually get him to kill fish as well, he actually gets pearls off of them. So I could get him to massacre a load of fish, hopefully, and we could probably farm pearls using holes. Such mixed emotions. I'm scared, but excited, inspired even. Should I act as a scientist now? Or should I act as a hunter who is facing unknown enemies? I feel like someone's herding me somewhere, but where? To the underground. I feel like I'm being invited. Dragon, why are you running away from me? I could just carry on without even killing you, just opening this door now. I get the feeling this isn't actually the way forwards, but we'll see. I am slightly concerned that this boss might hurt a bit more than I realised, just because these dragons still hurt quite a bit with some of their attacks. I'd like to think that I'm getting close to the boss now. Well, we're in the final area regardless, but it's just whether he's in the next couple of rooms or a fat trek away still. Still remember how excited I got when I got my first red item here on the Aegis, which turned out to be a photon drop. I still haven't looked up what to do with those photon drops. I'll wait until later on. If we get to a point where I'm at the end of the chapter and I still haven't worked it out, then I'll worry about it. There's still another enemy here. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Oh, this is what pan arms are, I see. They're strong when they're together. They're fast when they're apart. Yo! How goes? Welcome in. Here just in time for us to almost be at the boss. We've literally done every single one of the quests for this region tonight. It's been a fairly long one. How are you doing? I'm a little bit nervous at the moment still about how this boss is going to play out. In theory, it shouldn't be too bad. Oh, what? We're all the way back. Wait, I've been here already. I had a feeling I was going to be forced to go back on myself to that other room again. Never mind. All experience is good experience. I just have to work out which way is the way I actually want to go. Maybe this one. This one. I think we're getting close, you know. I think we're about to have to fight the boss. I genuinely think we're getting close now. I'm going to pretend that I'm not worried. Not scared at all. Then again, I was bricking it when I went into the dragon fight as well, and that went surprisingly smooth. Damn, it took me too long to get past that one. One of these damn pan arms things. might end up returning back to town just to grab a couple of extra healing items before we actually enter the boss. We shall see. Rather go in with like full healing items. Tridents are overkill still at the moment, we can't even really use them. I think diving's pretty much filled up our HP in one go still at this point. Glad that I've locked the extra defense over other things at the moment on my attachments, on slots. Oh blimey, I've been around here before. Just led me to the other pathway I could have taken earlier on. This is where it turns out I was like one different decision away from the boss the whole time. That's definitely not it yet. I still can't, like, I've been trying to remember, like, I know what the boss is for this one, but I still can't remember what the boss is for the mines. Right, just stand beside that. That's a bit silly. There's literally no point to the other laser beam being put down. You can get in there without even doing it. Oh, it was just a button for that anyway. Funny stuff. That's amusing. Ooh. I've just got this feeling, you know, that we're getting really fucking close. Wait, we've been here before. Alright, now I'm confused. We're going around in feckin' circles. It's this way, and then we get the split path. The way I haven't been is on the left. I think this is literally the last pathway we haven't been down, so this has to lead there. I'm almost certain that it has to be this way now. I should have actually enough healing items potentially diamonds on me still. I would have liked some more monuments back. To be fair, I might just go back to town anyway because selling some stuff would be good, but I saw it with my own eyes. An animal metamorphosed when it was pierced by a tentacle from that giant worm. Were the monsters I saw in the cave all changed by that giant worm? Let's turn the lights on. Actually bother with these enemies considering we can just proceed about them. I guess we don't need the XP really. Every time I think we're about to get there, there's another bloody room. But we are slowly running out of possibilities for new rooms, so this has to be pretty much it now. I genuinely have this feeling we're there now. I hate it. Like, I've got this such anxiety about this boss from fighting it as a kid. It's probably like I had the same slight anxiety about fighting the last one too. So part of me doesn't want to go back to town for items, knowing that I've got my full thing of photon blast one as well. This is it. So what? Just in case. Just in case we do end up running low on... Well, I'm about to feed those to the mag, aren't I? So that doesn't really work. Never mind, we're going to have to hope that 15 healing items is going to get me through this. Okie dokie, here we go. Hello, little Leviathan thing. No way of really... I could switch to my handgun during this part, but then I'd probably miss out on doing damage to him a little bit. Let's use this while I got a chance. My worm versus your worm. Half the time I need to. Now I'm pretty sure I've equipped the wrong fucking sword. I'm pretty sure this is not the sword I wanted to equip. I mean, I've got more than one on me, and it's now tripped me the fuck out. No, this is the correct one, my bad. You know what? We might be alright. I don't know how to dodge this. this. I don't like this at all. Sorry, I'm not messing around with this. I'm just accepting I can't do any damage to him while he's not on the boat. Damn it. I've got to dodge this. Does he only shoot down the middle? Or do I just bait it in the middle and then move? I'm not sure, but I'm going to go with standing in the middle in case and then move into the side. Come on, jump on the boat. Jump on the boat. Let me smash you in the face. See, this is very much like mechanics from from Final Fantasy, you know. You destroy one of the things and you stay away to then not have to worry about destroying any of the others. Destroy the one which you then want to stand by, and then all the rest of the AoEs don't hit you. Jump on the boat. And this bit here is very Shinryu, you know? It's like this is like some weird mix of Shinryu and Leviathan. Barely worth doing though. Jump on the boat. Monster. Oh, this boss still terrifies me, even to this day. I don't know how to dodge this. I'm just taking that to the face each time. There's got to be a way of dodging that. There's got to be a sort of mechanic to that. I just don't really remember. Should have kept shooting it, but now it's on it. Jump on the boat. Wait, that can't be it. That can't be it. I didn't even get to reuse my photon blast again then. Is that it? Is that actually it? Oh my fucking god, I did it. Oh my fucking god, we won. We had one healing fucking, well, like 1 or 2 healing items left. And I'd literally just charged my photon blast again. That was going to be my final freaking push then. To try and beat him. Holy crap, do you know what? There's nothing here to use it on, but I'm fucking using it. Oh my goodness, I thought I was gonna die. Yeah, we had four healing items left still. I went through like a lot. Okay, let's go speak to the principal. This should then unlock. Let's talk to a few people here. I heard that we found messages from Rico. She's still missing. Alright, no, that's still the same. Okay, so it's only you who's going to say something new. Visit the lab and tell them about the creatures you encountered on Regal. Seems like our initial perception of Regal was wrong. Based on what you've told us, Regal isn't the paradise that Pioneer 1 stated it was. The cause of the explosion is still not known. We haven't heard anything from the people on Pioneer 1. Draxus, please continue to investigate. Where are they? Where is Pioneer 1? I need to know. I'm assuming the monster you saw in the caves are mutant variations of the native life. And this big crustacean has an organ shaped like a needle to inject its sap into other animals. I'm probably being too hasty, but I think I have a theory. It's very possible that this sap is changing the animals into these mutants. If that huge creature caused all of those accidents, we should be safe now. It was defeated by Draxus, the skilled hunter. Do you really think so? Was it really the last one? Nobody knows. Haha, There must be more. Hundreds of monsters like that must exist. Alright, does that mean we can now go to the mines? I said to tell the scientists, but... Yep, we have unlocked the mines now. So, next time, it'll be it'll be next week now. I'm doing this every Tuesday night. I'll sell my stuff in a minute. But, yeah, I think that's going to be me for tonight. It's like 5:15 in the morning.